Hello, we're MossCharmly. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about emotional wellness for artists. This is a series that we will continue, but this specific episode is going to focus on one question, and that is...
Can artists have other interests?
Short answer?
Yes. Yes.
Necessary.
Yes, it is. It's like, it just allows you just to create by not also just giving yourself a break, but having other interests. It's like, I wanted to also mention that you shouldn't have to feel so much stress creating and being an art factory. It's like, you're a person. You're not a factory. Yeah, definitely sorry.
You shouldn't treat yourself like you are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're a person. Mm-hmm. It's like there's a lot of guilt sometimes in feeling you have to create, and that in itself is stressful. It then also kills the creativity in the first place, and
it's burnout.
Yeah,
it's happened many times to me and you. I mean,
yes.
you need to be able to be a little bit. It's hard to try to be healthy, with yourself as an artist. There's a lot of emotional wellness you have to really take into account, and you just sort of, don't really look at it all the time, but it's important to.
Yeah, it's like you kind of have to just take a break and relax, and sometimes you need to sort of feed yourself and give yourself different stimuli. So, we have so many other interests, and we just sort of wanted to share with you that you can too, and that all other artists do too.
Oh, yeah.
We like, building things with Legos, watching movies.
Sewing,
embroidery.
Cooking.
Yes. Video games, cycling.
Mm-hmm. Definite.
No?
Right? Exactly. Baking.
Yes.
All kinds of things.
Making little felt pillows.
Yes.
Heck, we even go on walks and name geese.
True. Very true.
Just having other interests, it leads to more creativity and inspiration from, a broader scope of topics. And, we have a whole list also of just benefits, of having other interests.
Yeah. It's important to know how this does benefit you in many different ways, because it ultimately you can't overlook it. And these are very important reasons that you really need to be aware of as an artist. So, yeah, because you want to ultimately, produce art. You want to actually be, imaginative, and you want to be creative, and you want to be free enough, and, you want to get into that beautiful zone that is just like that meditative state. And sometimes it's so hard to do that. But you need to replenish yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, all kinds of, aspects that are necessary for your wellness to be maintained.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But here's some definite benefits, right? I mean, these are
just seven ideas we just sort of wanted to, talk about with it. One, it's really relaxing, having your other interests. It's relieves stress. It's such a stress reliever. It's calming. You get to that meditative state, for example, playing an instrument. You might be, burpy derping on your trumpet or, whatever instrument you're...
I think it's derpy burpy, to be honest. Yeah.
Whatever instrument you're on.
Whatever instrument you want to play. If you're musical inclined, if you want to just, do...
Tooting on your flute.
Whatever.
Just anything, playing the drums, whatever, or just anything really. It gives you a nice distraction from life, especially when things are difficult.
Yeah, definitely. Like right now with construction going on next door.
Yeah.
That, to me, sounds like crown molding.
But see, it's a hobby. No.
For some people, yes.
It could be a hobby.
It is.
Just DIYing your house.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly,
so,
right?
Yeah,
yes.
And another thing, for having other interests encourages you to take a break, and it gives you a sense of purpose.
Exactly.
So you need that break.
It rekindles that purpose, definitely, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, it really allows you to feel like, okay, I got a breath. I can do this.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful feeling. It is necessary,
Another reason, it challenges you in a kind of soothing way, and it gives you new experiences without any judgment being placed on you.
No. There's enough judgment.
I know, right? It just allows you to just enjoy the process of learning something new without feeling, discouraged or, at feeling bad be feeling bad at it in the beginning. You can suck at something and still broaden your horizons in it.
You're supposed to suck at something before. I mean, that's how it is.
It's a
part
prerequisite.
Of the process.
It's a requirement.
It is, right? That's the best prerequisite.
Yeah.
Just have a little sucking. That's it. Just be a little bad. Because you get better. That's the whole point.
Yeah. It's just another thing. It allows you to figure yourself out. So you end up, discovering your talents you never knew you had or were even capable of. You never know what you're capable of unless you try something. And it isn't about being perfect at it. This is about finding something you enjoy doing.
For you.
Yeah.
As an individual. Something that actually speaks to you some way. Right?
Yeah. Another one, it gives you something to be personally productive to focus on. It gives you that, life outside of that work or school grind you've got going on.
Yeah. You need something besides that. There is a life outside of all those things, and yeah, it can definitely wear on you.
Yeah. Doing something else, having other interests, it helps. Yeah. Having other interests also, it just helps you grow as a person. Doing something that leaves you feeling inspired and recharged. It feeds your mana or your HP, if you will.
Definitely. Yeah. You need that.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to explore and expand. And, definitely, don't limit yourself in any real way. There's no need to. Just go with what what you feel.
Yeah.
It's nice.
See, hobbies enrich your perspective. It can build character. It exposes you to new people and ideas. It's like having other interests. It helps you grow in many ways. It gives you new ways to look at life. In ways you may not have seen before.
Exactly. It ultimately does enrich your artistic lifestyle and your artistic abilities or perspective in the end, and that's ultimately the point. You kind of always want to just get a little bit more, a little bit better in this, or try this out. And maybe those experimental experiences of those alternative hobbies or whatever, what you will, that's gonna let your mind sort of trail in those directions or be pointed in different directions while you're doing what you've always done.
Yes.
Whatever art form that may be, right?
Yeah.
It'll make it that much better.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You could find hobbies. There's so many hobbies and just interests out there. Start by thinking of your passions. Look it up online. Consider what you want to do. A hobby or interest also it doesn't have to be monetized or super productive. These are just things you can just enjoy.
Yeah.
We do all these different things and make all these different stuff and we actually don't really show these things to other people. These are kind of like our private little things that we make sometimes, or
'cause they're just for us.
Yeah, they're just for us, and
That's good. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You know how many artists actually have those private sketchbooks? It's amazing. They don't even show their spouse or their partner. It's like, no way. It's like, no, yeah. There's a lot to be said about, hey, I just want to take the time and, fumble about and find my way in a different aspect, and that's good.
There's no pressure to to feel like you have to be good all the time. And I think that's a great thing to have, a great idea of what to do.
It's important.
You don't need to, feel that stress, and having another interest, it just really broadens you and makes you feel a little bit better.
Can enrich you.
Yeah, and take the time for you.
Yes, exactly. It's important. So.
Yeah.
Definitely, take it for what you will, but, everyone just really needs to take some time for themselves ultimately, right?
Yeah.
So that they can recharge and replenish and also feel productive, and that is so important for the artistic creative mind. So
absolutely.
Definitely look out for your emotional wellness when it comes to this. It's important. You don't want burnout, but if you do, you'll recover. But just learn, it'll be okay. So hobbies will help you along the way, right?
Yes.
Like crown molding.
Absolutely, like crown molding.
Exactly. Thank you, neighbors.
Thank you. So like and subscribe too if if you're feeling it.
Exactly.
Or if you like crown molding.
Exactly, right? I do. It's nice. So, thank you.
MossCharmly out.